ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
Yeah, good day. Great to have you with us. Major changes for businesses in San Diego. Gyms and churches have been operating outside, but now barbershops and nail salons may be able to get in on that action. And you see the mayor there beginning to talk about that. Let's go ahead and listen in.
Today I'm joined, of course, by Councilmember Kate, whose council district we are in. Also, Barry Vaz, who's the president of the Mira Mesa Chamber of Commerce. Frank Vu, who's executive director of the Three Treasures Cultural Arts Society. And, of course, Elise Lowe, who's our director of development services, who will be here to answer any questions afterwards. These past few weeks, as I think all of you know, we've highlighted some of San Diego's industries that are moving outdoors to stay afloat amid the changing state requirements. It's hard to have a successful business if you can't open your doors. And just last week, many businesses across the state were told to shut down their indoor operations. Businesses like restaurants, retail, gyms, and salons, and also places of worship. For many, they've been doing the right thing, following the rules and doing their best to be safe and responsible. Owners have invested significantly in safety upgrades, personal protective equipment, as they prepare to reopen. Now they face a second shutdown. And for some, that could mean closing their doors forever. Well, we're not going to let that happen. Last week, we introduced new rules for restaurants and retail shops so they can now operate outdoors in private parking lots, sidewalks, and on-street parking. Now we're taking it to the next level. Today, I am signing an executive order that will allow personal care services, places of worship, and gyms the same opportunities outside. Effective immediately, gyms and places of worship can operate in private parking lots. Barbershops and salons are also covered under this order, but we still need the state to amend its regulations to allow them to expand outside. We expect that decision could come as early as today. Similar to what we did with restaurants and retail, this order will serve as a stopgap to get these businesses open faster. And it will be followed by a city council vote to cement the ordinance and to allow a list of businesses to also operate on sidewalks and street parking lots. Our top priority remains that we can safely and responsibly reactivate our economy. These businesses need action now. And that's why Councilmember Kate and I sent a letter to the governor last week calling for those amended regulations for our barbershops and our salons. What we're doing today is providing a critical lifeline for a very large segment of our small business community. Small businesses are the backbone of our economy in San Diego, and they need our help and our support. We want to put people back to work, plain and simple. We want to support our small businesses, and we want to follow all public health orders. Allowing these businesses to spread outdoors will help us accomplish all of these goals and ensure that our beloved neighborhood businesses that we rely on can survive during this crisis. I want to thank everybody who is here again today. We'll all have the opportunity to answer some questions here in a little bit. But first and foremost, I'd like to invite up Councilmember Kate to say a few words. Chris?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and good morning, everybody. As a former small business owner, council member for this district, and chair of our city's Economic Development Committee, I take my role of supporting the thousands of regional business owners and employees seriously. This year, our committee's focus was supposed to be on developing and expanding economic opportunities for all San Diegans. Instead, we are desperately trying to save businesses, jobs, and all the livelihoods that are attached to them. I, for one, feel obligated to be their voice, to be their advocate. We must all work together to save the livelihoods of these families. Small businesses like Three Treasures account for 98% of all San Diego companies. From physical fitness to martial arts and childcare programming, Three Treasures is a vital part of our Mira Mesa community and our San Diego economy. San Diego families have come to know and trust Three Treasures to be a safe, secure, and friendly program provider for their children. However, with rapidly changing regulations, local groups like Three Treasures are being forced to adapt at a breakneck pace, causing an unprecedented financial burden for these local businesses. Last Wednesday, I sent a letter to Mayor Faulkner's office requesting to expedite permits for park use and waive fees for businesses, nonprofits, and faith-based organizations. Mayor Faulkner's executive order today will allow Three Treasures to bring their martial arts, physical fitness, and programs alike outside to the benefit of children and parents of this community. Creative solutions like this will help businesses get back up and running in a safe manner. Employees can return, and families can again participate in programs if they so desire. Thank you, Mayor Faulkner, for this action today.
Thank you, Councilmember. Appreciate your comments. Next up, I'd like to introduce the President of the Mira Mesa Chamber of Commerce, Barry Voss, who's going to speak. Barry, come on up.
It's hard to believe that we're 6 months into dealing with COVID and once again looking at having our indoor businesses shut down. And while there have been financial incentives in the past to try and keep them going, that's not going to work forever, and we can't print enough money if this goes on for another 3 or 6 or 12 months. Initiatives like the ones that we're being spoken about today are the things that are going to keep our businesses alive until we can go back to a normal state of affairs. Mira Mesa, like the city of San Diego, is mostly supported economically by its small businesses. We have to save them. Moving outdoors, creating inventive ways to get them back in business, to bring their employees back, is the only thing that's going to do it. And this initiative is one more step in bringing something approximating normal to our businesses. I can't thank you enough, Mayor, Councilmember Kate, for pushing forward creative solutions to one of the most difficult situations that the city has dealt with in a long time, and giving Mira Mesa businesses an opportunity to keep themselves in front of the residents who will know that they are there for them. They can come there, they can get services, they can have dinner.
Listening to city officials, including the mayor, talking about moving businesses, more businesses outside, restaurants allowed to do this as of last week, and you've seen many respond in that way, using their patios, sidewalks, parking spaces, private parking lots to be able to serve food outside. Well, now salons, they want them to be able to do that as well. The mayor signing an executive order, he said today. They do need the state, though, the oversight boards from the state, to agree to go along with this. And he says, the mayor says that agreement could come as early as today. We're planning to talk to the mayor live at 11:30, and we'll have more from him about this plan moving forward. But some excitement there, some hope for these businesses that more of them will be able to move their businesses outside and continue those their businesses and survive this pandemic.